Well, I mean, I must say, as I said in Pensenpensenmu, bro, lucky about Father on the lucky VK about a just so now. NIB Jumeko to say your business is our business, your dream promotion. Also, they are back on NIB in Krabatabia, Takobusem Yusidai, and Huakadia, as you can 70 IBB on Sasuna, maybe I'll pay mobile phone better, or demon your mum, CC, and so on. Some a Gina, if you say, oh, yes, you can't bear, I know my way. NIB say, one of that opportunity, so be team on a Juma, ball Quanstron, so now if you watch my toss, I know my way in Ibra, a 0% interest. One in Krabatabia or my Ghana Biano, so no, Bomodia call, Nako Busemi. The only a valid ID card out of the call, no one was shot anyway in Kitao. Bill Lucky V Care makes chance, so but just say, Mama, I want to see it to me, the money we pay your precope. And one of my free cyber copy said, no, we will pay my. None of you before the Kawa dream be brain. You are seeing also a twat adrenaline. Alaja Kwaba, no more call there.
I could be
Oh, no what to say. MPP nam kwano so ye kama. Bibia nam ne kwam.
Nyame adom bibia ko so.
I see. Look man, good morning. Anopay Odin Kraba final funeral rites of our beloved father Alhaji Salifu Al Hassan Basu Nyame Adma Sunday April 30, 2017. Oh God's Roman Park. Inti look man say adofo nyina enkobo. On the brighter side of life, happy birthday Nkoma Pastor Albert Amwa of Abura. Abra, is it Abra? I'm not getting this one. Ewa Central Region. Message in there, may God bless you and protect you all time. From Samuel Apia, Asempa Sports, and also Odiaba. So happy birthday and come Pastor Albert Amwa and Ediwe so original Assassin by come on, and Yami Adma Memenda Yawada and the question I don't know your corner, sorry. And the original Assassin by Memenda happy birthday in advance. Also, Yakayo. Well, Alaji. Good. GRA to confiscate Mohammed's assets over 10 million Ghana cedi debt. The inside story, persecution of Ibrahim Mahama, GRA denies wrongdoing and abuse of the constitution forms account government. The same GRA
Akufo-Addo forms account government. One can ye.
Akufo-Addo forms account.
Can ye?
Balaji Yusufi, why?
We'll say the abuse of constitution. Now
abuse of constitution. Akufo-Addo forms account government. Muslims, Volta, Accra, and three northern regions. Aden Alaju choice Adibi. Why? But how do you write it?
The pictures are there for you to see. So what's the problem? I've captured it, all the appointments.
But why do you write that?
Is it not news?
But is that what you are supposed to put here?
What do you mean I'm supposed to put here? Are we not supposed to report happenings in this country? Is it not happening? And see, the pictures are there. Pictures don't lie.
So what do you seek to achieve with this one?
Oh, it's to document a part of our history. It is to document our history, just like once upon a time, a government came here and said the whole of Upper West, who knew about Kukra, Fata for ministerial appointment.
What is the motivation?
Please, let's document our history. And that is why, very important, whichever government is in power, do the right thing so that posterity will judge you.
So the inside story, persecution of Ibrahim Mahama, GID, is that what the GID did?
GRE? Yeah. We never said so.
Persecution of Ibrahim Mahama, GRE denies wrongdoing.
There are two different things. GRE, on say now, as some way by now people were accusing the GRE of sleeping on the job. So by Kaya, nani pebre, Kasano, omo attack GRE say, then unfortunately, Omo Ankasa, in terms of Nenansa and Admira, Omo Yano, so this is not something new. We are there, air kosu, and they have their own style of going about it. It is after the explanation, Utmu said it was much ado about nothing. I'm telling you, it was much ado about nothing.
What is the meaning of much ado about nothing?
Much ado about nothing. Just simple because Baku for better reduced on that TV. So I can say, me, say.
But he backed with his support.
What support?
Checks, SGSSB checks, Zenith Bank.
Master, last okay, say SSB. I denied it here. Say Ibrahim has no account with SSB. I told you. SSB check now, okay. OB check. Look at it here. Where OB check? I don't know whether I'm allowed to even mention that person. Job is transport and logistics. That's the check. Oh, I say Ibrahim check. My country will have several times. Near Kenya, oh, Baba, can we hang in many times. I am throw. These are the SS Society General checks now all come. Ibrahim has no account with Society General. So Kaya, he has made allegation.
Aladi Jobis transport, let us take it slow. Jobis transport. Ibrahim here, part of the Jobis transport.
I don't know, because my search shows these are the directors of Jobis. It was incorporated, I think, somewhere in 1992. If you look at it, one Jordan Labi on the HCO and then his secretary, Joyce Ousu. Ibrahim has nothing to do with this. No, Akotamui, Ediabagu, H.M. Kofose, Ibrahim, Ama check to GRA, Ama Aye. And yen no cray. I say, can I imprint last to me by my cars, he said, Ranakofado, 1 year very careful with people like Ken. Or one year, people like Ken, ever Bunabaino. Okay, Odo River, distilled no I course. Can you report ever cast a 200 million? Emma Collins daughter 200 million. And our local government is 200 million. Emma Ibrahim. 4 months into office. 4 months into office. Where is that 200 million payment?
But there was payment?
To who? Look.
Alaji, that is not the issue.
Listen to me.
No, that is
I'm making a point.
Okay.
I'm making a point. Nipa untumi sisa what God has destined to be. Let me tell you, Nipa bebre nim Ibrahim. Omu nim no. The only thing is because of partisan nature. Maybe or MPP or NDC, and Ibrahim nimu NDC. Into anything about Ibrahim, wrong. Ibrahim Akantel never made his money from government of Ghana projects. Debida. 1 year. So far as Miminim, 2 projects spent away in Ghana government. What I know. The platform, to prepare the platform for the installation of the Ameri plants. It's just about $6 million. The second one, a major project that Wayema Abai, any Tamale Salga, Makango Road. These are the 2 projects away. And so be a sorry, Ibrahim and a Wakoji on cocoa marketing board for a cocoa board, anything. Also, can I upon Numu Soria and a Puni? It's just a now me can't say, it will not help. And I'm happy say GRA4 and I'm back out. And I salute them. We should allow the institutions of state to work. It's very, very important.
Alaji,
it's very important. Because
Alaji Bacho, Obia issue checks. Na check na kopim ban. Bako, mienu, miensa, enai, enum, sa kosi eduanai, enai.
There was no 44 checks in the first place. It's a lie. There is no 44 checks. Let them produce the 44 checks. Let them produce the 44 checks. And what is it? Look, go to the port today. Honorable Ben Ayewaha. Big time importers. Our port. It has almost several facilities. Among them include exemptions. Among them include, say, beyi nemano na yeno untnasi na unspread payment, which is allowed by the tax law of Ghana. What many people don't know, and it's very sad. Parliamentarians are all parliament in 275 parliamentarians. Go and find out Omu ko parliament no. One of the requirements is to honor your tax liabilities. Kohese omu nyina etua what the old state are. Go and find out. There are 275 parliamentarians, including presidential candidates, including our own president. Kokowe, at the time of filing, whether they met their tax obligation. This is very simple. 275 parliamentarians. The presidential candidates, whether they fully honored their tax obligation before they contested. Of course, you may have one or two who would have done that. But majority, they pay on account. They pay on account. So this is not something new. Go to the Spentest Road, all the bonded warehouses. It is not something special treatment for Ibrahim because Ninu is president. Never. It is something that has been ongoing. It continues in there. Obi in the more port. I'm on GRA for because the GRA. Don't forget. Don't forget.
I say me koi nyoma na me of good standing na me timi GRA for atena se aka say
people don't know and they don't even research. The GRA at every year be a buying a set target mom. And they bring in the bulk of the government revenue. And they have several strategies of trying to reach that target. Among them is to make it easier for importers to pay. Because two things could happen. The importers would then begin to try to evade payment of duties and taxes by smuggling. Secondly, it can discourage importers coming to Ghana port. So what they will do is they will move to other free ports like in Lome, Abidjan, go and remove the things, and then find a way to come into the country by road. These are things that people are not saying. People don't know. So what the GRA law permits them to do is, in order to encourage people to pay the duties and taxes, and say, you can negotiate either through keeping the items in bonded warehouse and taking off banker's draft. It's not checks. Banker's draft. With the hope, say, this thing, when the money comes in.
So in Ibrahim's case, what are we talking about? Check or draft?
And in Ibrahim's case, very simple. The man won a contract, and in fact, Salaga, Tamale Salga, Makango Road, one of the probable roads in this country. And successive governments, I don't know, as a Sabi, it's a curse area. So it cut off the whole of East Gonja. Kanino, from north to south, that was the major road. A trading corridor from Bolga Tamale, Uba Tamalia, now Fayeji, now we cross up onto Wako, a friends, a Jura, Atibobo, Amantin, Mampong, now we Kumasi. That was the main road, even up to Mali, Niger. But you ever be a Kintambo Kwano, Emma, Nibebre, Eja or Hoffa. Into economic activities or form. In the successive government, almost those who discover CC Quano. Yakakra near Jana say. Into this Mahama administration effort said, no, we cannot as a country depend on one corridor. Now we pay bridge problem by air, close air, where inconveniences are costly. And why don't we fix this road? First of all, the people there on that stretch, that corridor, are Ghanaians.
Okay, let's come back to the issue of Ibrahim.
The Ibrahim, when you contract, also companies we are all dealing in heavy equipment. So these companies, to EMP, Omukra, Nema, over 40 million dollar worth. And
or the buyer buy Juma.
Or the buyer buy Juma.
So there was a wave.
There was what?
A wave. A wave.
No exemption.
Yeah.
No.
So he paid. That's what it's.
No, I'm coming. Me say what crowd name no. The name money due to is about 20-something million.
Okay.
Or got to name over 40 million. Now you want, and meanwhile the project is over about 300 million. Equipment is over 40 million. Duties of almost about 20 million plus. Nobody can get that money, pay duties, pay for the equipment, and then go and mobilize and go to site. Most especially when you don't have mobilization. No contractor in this country has that capacity. So we are pay usika, got new equipment. Never to your duty. Next pay by 50 million S30 project. It doesn't make sense. It was based on that now. Only GRA for a country arrangement. Say me Twebi. What Twebi? I make Kabi. And our man say, okay, but 1 year. Now what to me at Twebi. Unfortunately, what many people don't know is government of Ghana has been defaulting in payment to not only Ibrahim, almost every contractor in this country. Every contractor. So Kaya, it was one of the MPP, Nana Akufo-Addo, the campaign promise. Say contract is bebre su, bebre anya stroke, bebre awu, because omu payment 2-3 years. Akokao. Ibrahim was not giving any preferential treatment because Nino president, he also went through the same process. And he went to me an honor. The time schedules now, so they even went back to renegotiate. Me can tell last December, Omar agreed on terms. December, January, February, I think, Otuya. Aka March, April. And the GRA, they have so many ways of retrieving their money. First of all, scanuches they will work bank charges interest on the money so that the money doesn't lose its value. Until he is to pay all the charges that will accrue to the outstanding payment, which he has accepted. Now, when there was a change of government, it's normal. The transition team, Eka said, Minister of Finance and Obia until the budget comes out. That was where the delay came. And he was not able to get his money. Or certificate by 20 million Edaho. And they are in with their banker, which he has not denied. And he is one person people don't know. Say secretly, he admires Nana Akufo-Addo's fight to protect the national purse. People don't know this. He's one person who is in support of that thing. Because despite saying new president, he was fighting, he's been fighting to put the Ghanaian first. That's Abontifo and as foreigners exploit here. He's one person. So he is not interested. He will be the last person to attempt to fraudulently announce to defraud the state. We're a very proud and arrogant Ghanaian who will not go that way. He never said, "Minya, say, nti debi." And a canwa wodi ewo GRA no. And people, when I hear people say defraud, how can you defraud something that has been documented, that has been keyed into computer? The system in your computer back right from GRA port to head office up to Ministry of Finance.
As a result of a buying changeover, any insurance wa buying we afano, it delayed certain payments due Ibrahim, and then that also delayed his payment or commitment to GRA based on the arrangement or more in terms of payment settlement. Is that correct?
You see, much as let me be clear here. Much as I know, say, the GRA are not waiting for Ibrahim, say, Abayin Chenka and that one. Let us get it clear. It is a facility just to make it easier for him to pay. But we are human beings, for heaven's sake. And common sense sometimes should override even law. The man has no intention to steal. That is why he issued promissory notes. Or promissory notes to cover the entire amount. That's the first place. Obi a person will book a buy, he will not sign any promissory note. And promissory note is as good as cash. The debt is there. You cannot hide it. Obi a person will di bonia, he will find ways of avoiding customs even.
You could have dodged the system.
Could have dodged the system. So in the first place, you will see that Ibrahim had no intention to defraud the state. He's a criminal. There's no criminality. And even this issue, and I'm waiting for Kenya Japan to come. So see, Ibrahim and Kojilia, Obenum poison. I want him to come.
Adom.
Debbie Oba, may train. That's me can send you her. Say to a banner say you were party, uku, and I will nip up say Ghana soa. Sabi kronu nye mudia o, enya mudia. The country doesn't belong to you for you to sit down and sign a fatwa. Say, ya Angeli Obia. What is happening now is Nana Akufo-Addo is somebody who says he believes in the rule of law. The GRA have many ways of retrieving money, not only from people like Ibrahim, from any Ghanaian.
But Nipa be enjoy that arrangement with GRA.
Arrangement, man.
Where they put in facilities.
Go to all the bonded warehouse and see what are they doing. All the over 200 bonded warehouse. Sugar, oil, and other things, including automobiles. Koko he. Ko na odi anemana ko gu ho. Eda wi nemana na watwa. Eye facility ta yedi mo obia nya Ibrahim. As we speak today, GRA Uko Port in there, you see some business people having the same arrangement with GRA.
Okay.
I think that we shouldn't let it look like fetish. Unfortunately, he didn't create himself. Onusu wan kasa nyankupo mo onu ni your mama and free ebusia. But if you think that because MPP is in power, Nana Akufo-Addo would allow people like them to come and destroy his government.
What is the destruction here?
That is what. Why would you want your fellow woman being in jail? Why would you want your enemy even in jail?
But is Ibrahim above the law?
I'm saying, why would you want? What has he done? Oh yeah, Bonnie boy. Bonnie boy. Ibrahim is a law-abiding citizen.
Let's have about so. But before we go, one senior banker writes, debt checks, otherwise known as bounce checks, are checks refused to be honored by a bank on certain counts, i.e. wrong mandate, signature, incorrect wording, unclear amounts in figures, and or words, insufficient funds. Debt checks are very normal in our everyday banking transaction. Most business account holders issue debt checks in anticipation of monies hitting their accounts. You will notice this is because of the huge sums involved in paying their creditors. They issue future dated checks also based on the promises by their debtors. And now GRA. GRA has always have special negotiations with its customers in good standing. They have always given such customers some free room to operate. GRA has always accepted future date checks and also payment by installment. GRA gives waivers to companies that import equipment for government jobs. One needs to apply though. Did Ibrahim apply?
And I mean, that check will be in tears here. That check only becomes that when you only say minister, mini account cry, no minister, no one should because a media start with it here. But when there was an arrangement, say a canon as part of guarantee issue. Until it was spread, anything my adults know. Anything my adults say, okay, my checks to cover that amount.
Okay, Jerry, didn't your encounters be over payment schedules and have they been going back and forth?
There was a problem. First one now want to me and this no. Omo meet revise here. And then they gave him up to the end of this year to pay the money.
Okay.
And then, because there's a change of government, because Kenya Japan, Eka said he wants to make sure that...
Why do you limit it to Canada Japan? Nana Dankwa is the president. Why do you limit it to Kenya Japan? Why do you
because he is the one who was publicly announced on the better years, Eka said Ibrahim and Kojela were no poison. And I believe that Nana Akufo-Addo, he will not sit down idle to allow people like Kenya Japan to destroy him.
Okay, I'll have my take on local businessmen and entrepreneurs in Ghana, but just your submission on that.
Come on, let me dasi. Me chia one otie for ne me co-panelists. And I'm here now. I'm here starting program time.
7:26.
7:26.
Yeah.
About 7:53.
You go over. I know by actually. Yeah,
yes, you go over. But because I say I'm allergic almost about 30 minutes.
Okay, no, you are going same. So anyhow, the ending come.
Okay, that's good. The dikano. Allergic ni paper we say. Said I can't mean who. Didn't you know person oboboso kra. This paper is not even worth throwing into a dustbin.
Oh
yes.
No.
I'm here to speak my mind and my views.
That's very true.
Me see this story,
but that's very true.
It's not even worth being thrown into my dustbin.
That's very true. But you're managing how we go about it, especially when
it is better we throw this paper into dustbin here so than to entertain such papers. At the end of the day, the cost to this nation, it is better for us to treat this Alhaj newspaper with the contempt it deserves.
Reason being that
such people
reason being
so they don't come and destroy our nation.
Reason being
for us.
Reason being
me say it has to be treated with contempt. I'm not going to waste my time on such paper again. Me besi ho. Yenya time bi wo mfikiro na opese ye kan ho asem a. Perhaps you can wasem, but not on the airwaves. Look, and these people are and yefre obi say bibia kosoa ebia ebinom nti ase omane nti ase efi se bibia chia nti bra na be chirichiri yefre to iyoko a you don't go in handcuffs. Bra na be chirichiri de nti a see and as say yakoso. Is Ibrahim the first person I invite you to Yoko? And is he going to be the last person I invite to Yoko? And you good here but issues of state and your man affected on my money now, you be reduced to personalities.
That is the major concern.
Yes, probably where can this, can that? However, yet hey, Nasabi me who said, what to a large bottom. Meaning say pickpocketing. A chronobo, me boy.
Correct.
To say me don't know me a dance here. Say what to the bottom dia make me be jinaka say wo ye crom for. Nemum me attack you physically. Because for instant justice, I believe say instant injustice. That mob attacks now that when people have direct evidence. I'm attacking Kofa. I don't support it. As a law-abiding citizen, no, perhaps what I would do is a report to the police or agency are responsible for prosecution. And then they take it from there. It is a kind of say from evidence I know ohuno. Officer chronobobia kosoa. And anything increase fine and answer. Anything you be preach say the nyame obi de nyame na ehira no. They say. I mean nyame shirobia doesn't result in only material wealth. It's not measured by usika. No. Let's get that even right. I'm not sure say Ken a time. Ibrahim and Asi Bibi Etisa. Yenyi Ibrahim name in film. Yenyi Ken name in film. You hear the issues at stake. You hear the issues at stake. Because of mine, if we have to go by principles, say these people they have principle. Bia. These are guys in their so-called revolution time. No? This man would have been shot by now. They shot people based on mere speculations. These PNDC, NDC guys are and you invite one of them. Say Omra Bibiachia, Omra no explain. They group themselves on motorbikes, they go to Yoko office to go and make noise. These people. Kokobisa, if a champion was given that chance, if Amadome was given that chance, if a FIFA and those people they shot in this country, they stripped women naked. And they were clapping for that. Those things. The mere fact that a crime. People who never worked for the state of Ghana were shot, killed, had their assets seized by these people. And then when one of them is called, say Bibiachia, bra, na best plane. Was ukoka ukono lawyer, ukoka dia said egumi uko ufie, uko anu about best plane na dia. They should thank God and clap for democracy. So what I mention. It is almost cancer now. Yeah, we to try to bring in this personality to say, can the time will be, and as will be now, persecution will be. Persecution. Or see history no must be told. That is why I'm going that far. Otherwise, we should let go and move on. But so say history no must be told that. It must be told in full. So, anyhow, and our President Mahama now could now platform so say a man for review background now. They were born out of violence. And he was proud. Sankofui. And then the state no suspected say one of them. Any of mine you're inviting his own comfort. Or may explain they are up in arms. Where's their principle? Where's their principle? Tomo Kasa, I mean, they should be measured. They should be measured. Or money in idea. Aladi sits here and talk about, say, MPs. For example, 275 MPs. No, Imwahe na satisfy my tax. It's a requirement. Before we file in the crown, you must go and declare a tax in BBR. He shouldn't forget, say, Ubi Opebia no nye mother. Into any tax obligation BR. Some were employees, direct employees being paid and others, some teachers and that's whatever. Into tax obligations, no payee, deducted as source. It took a year. GR offices are easy for them to print out way for you. Declaration for you. You don't owe anybody. Most of them, if not everybody are. The law requires say, others say, why want me to tax a year and I say you have made sufficient arrangement to pay. So for example, me teacher me taxes a year deduct na source me extra revenue be from baby. It becomes easy for me. And where is this issue he's talking about? We're talking about a situation now. Yoko, Eddie Giari, and handle these issues. Yoko mandate anything. And now not to be within the law. Is Yoko allowed to investigate such cases but they pay their mandate?
But they have that right. But probably there's seemingly an abuse of that right or act.
Where?
Because UTGR for and come on within and run.
Yoko does not need the permit of
course,
GR to do their work.
But the picture that is coming out,
do they need the mandate?
They don't. They don't.
So,
is it not okay, Honorable Aye? Is it okay? Say such an institution like Yoko, revered that in terms of investigation, they are super.
Yes.
That they will go after not necessarily Ibrahim, even if it's cognizant.
Yes.
And then it comes to bear. Say, Adom Mpensenpensenmu board ko do ho. Adwumakuo bi a esese yes adwuma no. Amu ebia say mo fa ho say mo ko mo anamo yes. Say adwumakuo na ba be ka se di kan. Who was said to me the by share Musemunya at the end on Abia.
And they don't need that permission from that. Let's get it right. It's a GRA position that the GRA itself is wrong.
The Tosho no.
And
my GRA from come on Maka. Therefore situate Ioko.
Don't rely on
No.
They've been a GRA for
Pacho, you more play back. Listen to what the GRA has said.
On matters or Bekasai. Wouldn't the number of questions have been one of Joy Mukoko interview? No one yet prepared to address in his answers.
Yeah, he most about 6 questions he refused to give responses.
Exactly. Why?
But the why should be GRA
ready?
The why should be GRA should be responsible because I listen to the interview. I'm saying I listen to GRA for no. You ask a question. Also, that is not blah blah blah.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. They say until GRA crown has not come out clean and full on this issue.
Apart from the powers that you could have, the question is that say
let me give you just one statement per and that's GRA. Almost say even when we send the checks to the bank, we realize from the bank that those accounts have been closed down.
Which account?
Please. One way line from here. 1, 2, 3.
Which bank are we talking about here?
With statement here, people when I'm demand.
Yeah.
What they say be based come from
the Ghana Revenue Authority has served notice it will confiscate the properties of
No. Just what as you have say easy so that we are close that from down 1, 2, 3, 4.
His company MBG Ghana Limited in the Harbour is which deals in the sale of blah blah blah. Robert Mensah said the business had a settlement agreement with the tax collection outfit since this year, but failed to honor that part from February 26. Mr. Mensah said the authority got alarmed when the checks were taken to the banks only to be told that the accounts were closed. Okay. Only to be told the accounts were closed.
Only to be told that the accounts were closed.
I think we should be finished. Alaji, accounts been
Masa, man, 30 minutes. We are not move back.
Okay, yeah.
So, nipa na ye body some na say no dream or man or door man first class no. O issue check. Yes e bia term use here no. Yes e bia accounts bi o ma e be inactive and kwa na banks no dey akwa to dormant accounts for a while and say na say bia o close now.
GRA leaves us hanging no.
What say?
They leaves us hanging.
Some information about ye can one. It is secret does it not need to be investigated. To close an account, it takes ankasa individual no. Who not the accounts no. Who now to me close with the accounts. And I make an bank ne side the ABS we leave accounts no inactive for a while and come move into more dormant records. To you close another accounts and issue a check on that same account to call the so-called to pay a so-called debt to the state. And officer you more than same amount. You don't see anything wrong with this. You don't see anything wrong with this. Omani, anytime say nyoma ni bi o ma, yes media ya ba ye nyina ye bobo ho. Esto ye mamra no enye dwuma. Iyo kokoye no investigations wie na papa uni boni bia, you go home. What is wrong with it? GRA for frawo bra betua wo kase wantua ye no ye nhihye wantumi ani so eti this is the way we have to go. Then na de also mo ye no so aye. So why are we crying? Ye me say ye ho oman mu. Omahene, is it a crime or not? So we should check never bounce. Menye lawyer ni. Maybe some of your legal brains can advise us yenyina. But akra minim ne say contrary to that so-called banker no edibre about bank checks. I know some banks in this country who issue check net banks they even charge you extra. You pay penalty for check now or more this one. It is a crime. So we should check never bounce. I know people who have been thrown into jail. So we issue checks ma a bounce. Say crime is what let that banker know. So say or say legal ya or make am yenti. And now we want issue now ban say inti or say you kukura kum no. Look, we are not talking about one check, 2, 3, 4. We're talking about Alaji said yes sir. You should tell us the numbers. We're talking about checks over 40 checks.
GRA hasn't come out.
They should come out. It's also education also will be yes investigation.
GRA hasn't come out. But the checks that I have, pay my checks. I'm seeing drafts. I'm seeing more of draft.
Oh, draft me bounce or me.
No, I'm seeing more of draft and a negotiation that.
Draft me bounce or me.
Yes. I'm seeing more of drafts, and then.
Let me understand that. Meaning, say personally, work with bankers draft, and I say, what doing now?
No. Personally, I've seen various arrangements of drafts. No, and yet they are bounce. Various.
They are clear. There is any problem. We shouldn't waste our time on that clear. We're talking about the bounce ones. Okay, issue bankers draft NASA are clear. What would that be an issue here? Chess no issue here. And I said bankers draft or the question. So Nina have been on that. In case you have a bobo bill. No. We're talking about the ones that are bounce. So for the Mitchell. And then said you can GRA or any other institution. Said a bank and anchor sounds at the buyer. Based on the critical word he used, good standing. Good standing. Based on your good standing, imagine, say multimedia, I have here more crown, some more client to be.
Okay, I think we are fortunate. We have Ibrahim's personal aide texting this one to me this morning. Your submissions on the closed bank account is not true, and that is not also true that out of 16 million cedis, they have paid 7 million have been paid. That is
now when I can see 7
you have raised two issues.
Yes.
That a bank account that he issued a check to was not working. Is it that that's not true?
I did not make that statement on my.
So that the reference tie into GRA so that
and that statement was made by GRA official. So
okay, so
Ibrahim assistant versus GRA official.
Okay, so
again, I will believe the GRA official.
Let's hold on here. Again, he moves to say that's not true. Out of 16 million, 7 million have been paid. That's it.
When I become 60 million is 7 million.
No, I think that when the
some can idea made them in.
Okay,
meaning say baby I will be
never. So
maybe bisa
right. So but you can come again with the
here we are. GRA official now Alaji say you believe what GRA is saying so no arrangement. Pepe ya modiama that GRA official made that emphatic statement say to their surprise. Almost checks in the core here no. Now the accounts have been closed. Is this not the more reason here? I was a Yoko investigations. GRA is saying something different. Ibrahim, an assistant, is also saying something different. You don't need to now say investigation. But say the American say multimedia, me am a customer. Na moba na me issue check. Na bounce. First one I bounce. Mama me service bi. Masaba me be second service. Me clear first check na bounce you know. Na me sign a issue another check di amam. Mo beje. Na second mark fan say granted say mistake na buy whatever. Mark second one. Mark third one. Na ni na bounce na mo go so edge. And then you still see me as a customer,
a credible customer.
Credible customer?
Is that what happened?
Would you still see me as a credible customer? So, it's a kind of customer of good standing now. No be sound. Such a person, an asset entity, is it of good standing? This issue of say, yeah, the Beya Bayajuma, to quote President Baloni, is Baloni. President Mahama. To quote him, no. Baloni. What the Beya Bayajuma today? Look, Oma Ebeya Bayajuma, didn't you know about Maymoa, Ebeya Bayajuma, for that matter, they call for they qualify for exemption no? Or waivers. No? The ministry, prior to the arrival of the goods or whatever, no, applies to Parliament because it is only Parliament of Ghana. And it will waive taxes. It is the ministry. I apply to Parliament on behalf of that agency and as an entity. Now, Parliament, a review with that exemption granted from Parliament, you know, what was submitted and no, which is as good as having paid because officially it has been waived. Why na dem nyama ba o mema fa ko bibi. Aban de mika. Eti mesu mintua aban bi ka.
Is that the position?
These are some of the arguments on the bar. For which reason they are saying say persecution be cause no. Now it sounds ridiculous.
No, but is that the case? Say aban de mika. Na
his apostles, that is some of the messages they are saying all over.
Really?
Oh yes. So, but Pam no Tram or may build institutions where they can look in your face and tell you, say, this is wrong.
But since when Muhammad says you're building institutions as politicians, because clearly
it's about time, say, going forward.
But in the NPP, Achiakra Muye. But previously, when the NDC was doing it, because Achiakra, because Munyade. That's why we have a difficulty in situating our arguments. Ibrahim and Co can suspect that any normal investigation. Say, me Ibrahim, and I mean, Kwane, said, Ubusano, Unkwane after you, Kwana. You understand? It could be genuine concern per the mandate of Yoko. Say, Obia, based on whatever they feel or suspect, reasonable. They can call you and do whatever investigation. But anytime there's change of government, NDC bar, you better call these areas, Ghanaians, entrepreneurs, Ghana business, you better call MPP is following the same. Now we sit here this morning to say that let us empower and believe in the institutions of state.
Yeah.
Is it easy like that? When we have given room for too much of suspicion. Alaji is concerned here that an individual sits on this show and says that by close of XYZ, if Ibrahim is not jailed, I'll poison myself. That's a very huge, dangerous, serious statement.
It's an individual making his statement, not an official government.
Not an ordinary individual.
Or a member of government. To a large extent, or a member of the legislature.
That makes it
but
serious.
In any case, you miss a example I'm the mound. Okay, Tama, Auditor General report by Woyomi issue. Ken, the same Ken, a starting book with the room.
Yeah.
They went after him. So Woyomi, even staff of office of the president, chief of staff, including the attorney general, and what have you, the whole NDC machinery came to defend Woyomi, so and attacked Ken. The same thing. The same thing no more today. The same thing no more. In the business, say, Anna, is there an issue? Say, company B, in terms of the any personalities in the crime film. I come in my checks be according to GRA statement on my issue. No checks in the core bank in the plan. Those accounts they were told have been closed. Forget about who is behind it.
Yeah.
Nebi say, say, no, so we issue check net bounce no matter prior arrangement that in the panayam. It's here on my mra na in here on my mra. Na yamma emra no enye adwuma the way are supposed to do.
Okay.
Na yenjai
Patroyentie the BMNAFA your argument. The total transaction was 16 million Ibrahim Special Assistant.
Okay.
The total transaction was 16 million Ghana cedi and 7 million have been paid so far. And the only
where
problem
so far means anyway,
so far. And the only problem that I wish, gentlemen, you can guess calling first, it will help. And the only problem that happened was the delay of government payments. Most of the payments are replaced with drafts. So that is the reasons probably for the delay in payments.
No.
Okay, my member being,
what draft?
The total transaction was 16 million Ghana cedis.
When?
And 7
Since
million,
when?
that one is not here. And 7 million have been paid so far. And the only problem that happened was the delay of government payments. Most of the payments are replaced with draft, banker's draft in this case, I guess.
Tamil choose Anamon. Tamil those replacements no it take place. Someone replace checks no with banker's drafter. I'm not sure saying Camino yet to have me ye. I'm not sure saying GRA is now saying say the newspapers say they are going to confiscate the assets. Does it sound right to you?
Is something wrong with GRA's submission?
Is something wrong with Ibrahim assistant submission, Nana? Does it make sense? Say me doka. Me no she say me ba betua. First check bi am the man problem be buy. And you know ma call me banks for akwa bankers draft. We talking about bankers draft here. Now me the bankers draft brewer or man. Would you still come and tell yourself I'm coming to seize your properties? No. It doesn't happen anywhere. It should come again. But whatever the case, no, is their word against GRA for. And the GRA for submissions to Ghana make Papa no be a manager or dodgy some of the questions near the other. That is why an independent body be like Yoko is doing now.
How independent is Yoko?
On yet part of Ibrahim companies, no, and on yet part of GRA. But also a state institution now, and what the mandate to me investigations into some of the
Do you believe in Yoko? Do you believe in Yoko?
Issue no yet believe or not.
No.
Issue no yet believe or not.
All
I'm saying is
now we are building institutions. But the MPP in the position said that all state agencies, especially investigative agencies, are bought by the then administration. The question is that do you believe in Yoko? I sit here.
Yeah.
I sit here. I have my reservations and challenges with Yoko.
Yes, we all have.
So I'm asking that.
We all have. But Yoko,
yes. I believe what you have said this morning that one, Ibrahim can't be and should not think that he's above the law. That's clear. Two, we have given room for too much suspicion, even when genuine concerns are being or moves are being made by these security or state or investigative bodies. Who did it? All of us here, we cause it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now there's a regime that is telling us to believe these institutions and agencies again. What has changed?
No. My issue is yes, you believe Yoko. The main can say now we have, for example, per this one, and Ibrahim has a case. For all you know, the Ibrahim who can and a no cray. For all you know, because I'm not seized with all the facts. For all you know, be a GRA, and so also can, and the no cray. And they say, okay, then there's another body so and also mandate to me as your name. Into one the one ship. Don't forget, say, you pass a judgment on Ibrahim. And I'm a Obian pass a judgment now. You see, Yoko and Yakushim. Tifushimono eba out, Omuyina, and as I'm saying, a canaya 10 million Akokutia. Perhaps a reconciliation be because between GRA and Yamu necessary, they said in assistant in Sukan, Abiana 16 million, Yamu 7 million, Aka 8 million, or Aka whatever. It is a body no, a investigation no, bring both the records of GRA and Ibrahim companies no together. No more reconciliation we necessary.
Okay, now
they arrive at a figure beer. Then whatever needs to be done is done.
Okay,
that is the civil aspect.
They are saying that they are coming over to furnish you right now with copies of the draft so that you can situate your argument well and the dates and the timing. They are coming over to give you copies of the draft.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then, what in the no reconciliation, you say, Ibrahim company, no, ABI, you owe the state 5 million, 7 million, or whatever. Go and pay. You go and pay.
Okay.
Several cases now, then. And now for your busy, I say, I'm not. There's no deny we issue those checks. No checks, no issue na a bounce here, and I say, GRA for a cassette, even the accounts were closed at the time. And also, it's here on my mrana.
Okay,
it's here on my mrana. We move on.
Okay, what would be your response to Alhaji Alidu? He says that when an account is closed by a customer, all documents, including checks, are retrieved from the customer by the bank. It can't be true to have an account closed while the customer still is in possession of checks.
It's open say it go on the Alhaji as a gospel yana. The checks now with me. I write to the bank say my close account.
It is still checking on me.
Now me keep check now. Do I have to submit all my old checks only now to the bank?
Now see assume free adwuma be say for adwuma nya pade nyina.
No, checking that you've paid for it. You've paid for it. It's for you. It's for you.
Okay. You've paid for it. Finally, I think that probably I thank you. Special assistant, but of course, it would have done us good if you had given us the room to call that you also explain. Now, finally, finally, it is a 12-month payment plan. Out of that, it is only 2 million Ghana cedis that's outstanding because of the delayed
again assistant na dia no so aba
Yeah.
onfa we nyanko yoko
Okay.
no more resolve issues need there
All right.
me take out this personality issues that we can better aka we better
right.
the same can better aka we media no these people jump on him
The NDC.
yes
Honorable, there's no need for him to be emotional.
I'm not
dream.
I'm not at
Was
all.
starting his
I'm just
submission.
making my submission.
Was starting his submission. Kasabia, you know, it's not fair. It's not good.
There he.
First,
FAO newspaper.
What I can say, nobody has passed judgment on Ibrahim. So, just a while ago, Rebbe also no one has passed judgment on Yoko. Ibrahim. Oka said nobody.
Okay,
that was his statement.
Make your submission.
When I started my submission, Kawaha said, Ken came here, sat here, called Ibrahim a criminal.
Because of the evidence
Please.
on said example
Are you going to allow me to talk? Are you going to allow me to talk? Are you going to allow me to talk?
Ken did not personally go after.
You see your character. You allow me to make my point.
You make me false and you want to get away with it.
I don't think so.
You just made it. I wrote, no one passed judgment on Ibrahim. You just said it. And I'm giving you one example of somebody who has. I am giving an example of somebody who passed judgment
in Yoko. That is why I brought in that context.
Okay. You
should understand the context of
I gave you example of somebody who sat on this very studio to pass judgment. Say, we are for we are a criminal, he will be go to jail. So somebody has passed judgment on Ibrahim.
Because of evidence he has.
What evidence? What evidence did you have?
That does not even make it complete.
What evidence?
That is why
what evidence? A lawmaker like you don't know that it's only a court. You don't know it is only a court or competent.
That is why he
that can personally send the man. You a lawmaker like you, a former lawmaker. He has forwarded
his case to the appropriate agency.
Omar, is he going to allow me to speak or not?
Okay,
Omar, is he going to allow me to speak? Did you see me open my mouth? Did you see me open my mouth?
Then
you sit down here and tell me that Kenya Japan has evidence. And you being a former lawmaker. You are a former lawmaker.
Yes, I know where you
Honorable, what are my managing submissions?
Okay, Matty, all right.
Okay.
This is what they do. Omuni facts, and then when they are under pressure, then they go on this tangent. Kenya Japan abetna a pass judgment say Ibrahim ya come for a criminal boko jail. You said nobody has done that. When I was making my submission, make my example about our MPs, including him, so all the MPs, or at the time of filing, they were not current on their taxes.
Who told you?
And the law, please, would this man allow me to speak? Would this man allow me to speak?
Offer evidence,
would this man allow me to speak?
No.
How can you come and sit here and say all MPs?
No.
How can you say
allow the further clearance on this one? Chese.
If this is how he's going to continue, I cannot, because he's not allowing me to flow.
Bring your evidence.
I'm making a statement. I've not even landed. For you to punch a hole in it. Allow me to land and then you point the holes. I don't even land, then you start punching holes. The law allows that. So when at the time of filing, there are MPs in parliament, presidential candidates, Adom said they are not only able to prepare their statement of accounts. The law allows them to pay on account. So when it happens, Omukotua on account, all of them. That's part of the tax law of this country. And that's the point I'm making. Say, GRA and Ghana Revenue, Omu was arrangement with everybody. And Ibrahim, that is the point I want to make by citing parliament and even the presidential candidates. You go and pay on account so that whilst your accountants are preparing your accounts to submit for the GRA to work the necessities. It is not a preferential treatment for Ibrahim. This was the point I wanted to make. Now, we should allow the law to work. We should always allow the laws of the country to work. I just did one apply the law of the country in my paper. The Constitution, to be precise, Article 35, 5 and 6, talking about the integration of Ghana, especially with regard to appointments and discrimination. I'm following the law. And the Marco Chito said, this government has breached the Constitution. If you think that it has not, tell me that it has not. And I'm providing graphic details. Here, the pictures are there. The photos, the names of the people are here. The numbers are here. But now, with my attempt, say this is not even worth the garbage bin. Meanwhile, you say we should allow the law to work. The law charges the president to be reasonable in appointment, especially when you come to region and gender. And I'm drawing the president's attention, say, he has breached the law. Because you have 110 ministers. And it out of 110 in 10 regions of Ghana, you have close to 70 to 80% coming from one clan. We have to raise the red flag. Is this reckless? Is this not the Constitution of Ghana that talks about it? Minameka. We have seen the government of President Rawlings, Yehun President Kufuor administration, Yehun President Mills, and then President Mama. Was that what happened? And then Ebisia, Nese Makochua, is that, should I be the subject of attack and emotion? Whether you like it or not, this is the truth. It is nothing but the truth. And Nukre Neyeka. And Nukre and Yeka. And this issue about GRA Yoko Ibrahim. And I'm happy the GRA Omba out Bekai. Omu mechanism, so many ways of retrieving money from people who owe them. One of the ways is to arrange or reschedule payments. When to be and share, they have other methods. Among them include to close down your establishment or seize your listing, go to court, get an order from the court to sell your properties, to defray whatever is owing. Very simple. So what is this hula baloo about calling somebody a criminal? Because he has problems with his taxes. And taxes, and you say, wa sheda. And you say, Sabi, wa jineman akoton we diskano. The purpose for which he is going to pay the duties, what the ayekibone entrenka. Onusu HAC are buying to pay him. Yeah, Kasai, do you know that one of the Ghana government is among the leading people who issue that checks in this country? Ghana government, government of Ghana. Yeah, more check, Bank of Ghana check. Ukwa.
Ghana Bank.
May say Ghana, State of Ghana. State of Ghana. If you like, open your phone line and see the number of people who call and tell you, I buy my check, me call Bank of Ghana, I'm see there be scan home call. Some people are holding checks 1 year now. They can't cash the check. Does that make the government criminal?
Okay,
does that make the government criminal? And what is this noise about? And then me actually.
Okay.
Say, and yes, was sheda and I say, Okobo, friends, Apple. Now it is an arrangement. Say, Midioka, Mamu Mijmau checks. And yes, I depend koto, I don't know. And a man check and go through. And I also have this check, and like he was saying, say you go back and then present and check. It was not that way. It is an arrangement. Issue this payment for us. Okay. And a Nippon issue here.
But finally, my only submission on these matters is the interest of a Ghanaian businessman or entrepreneur or contractor. I think that government change, government comes in. Momayembo are local businessmen and entrepreneurs. We don't want to see corrupt or crooked businessmen locally. But the pain here is that there are a lot of crooked foreigners working in this country, defrauding the state Ghana. But surprisingly, we don't put the spotlight on them. We kill our own. The inference here is that Ibrahim can't be above the law. And then nobody is above the law. But yenye ne encourage emebunu. Titru, when we are in times that we think that a Ghana without aid, I think it's high time we look at our institutions, we look at our political environment, and then we look at how best our contractors, our businessmen, our entrepreneurs can get the best of benefits in terms of Ghana, so that Ghana eventually will be the end beneficiary. And on this note, Honorable Aye, I suggest to your government that monitor how you go about our local contractors. A lot of contractors are sending me text messages about checks issue, about...
Oh, I said open your phone lines and see the reaction.
I suggest that humbly, a buying man and a local young men, so no empowering, normally the confidence to work, and then the partisanship perception of probably intimidation, victimization, and all those things. Why not clear those perceptions? No, so that, as you have said, let Ibrahim present whatever document he thinks he has to clear his name, and then we all feel and see. Say Yoko did what was right, Jerry did what was right, Ibrahim did what was right, or we all get what the picture is. Get him as a country. On this note, the NIB Fwasi, the lucky Herba Fwasi, say one day Mpensenpensenmu at their brain. Nyame admechna or the cherry bishia.